It's that time of week where I make enchiladas. I'm going to show you how to make these easy cheese enchiladas with this chili enchilada sauce gravy that goes on top. This is going to be good, and it's so easy to make. Here we go. So I'm starting off by prepping corn tortillas. Here I have 14, and all I'm going to do is pass them quickly through this preheated cooking oil. It's not really to fry them until crispy. You're just trying to heat these through, and this also helps the texture when you go and add the chili gravy on top. It keeps the tortilla together when you roll it and bake it. Okay, so this is what I'm looking for. It's bubbling, it's sizzling, but it's not crispy. So what I like to do before removing from the pan is take a cold tortilla to kind of take off any residual cooking oil. You have to do this carefully, by the way, because it is hot, but I do this all the time. And then you kind of pat both sides, and then you just repeat the process. And comment down below what type of recipes you want to see next on this channel. Also, be sure to subscribe and click that bell notification to get my latest videos. Okay, so these are prepped, and I'm going to set them aside until I need them. Here in a cast iron skillet, or you can just use any pan that you like, I'm adding a little bit of cooking oil, and I am going to saute a 1/4 cup of diced onion, and this is going to be the start of this Tex-Mex style chili gravy that I like to pour over the cheese enchiladas. I'm going to add a pinch of salt and just continue the saute. And if you just don't like raw or fresh onion in your chili gravy, then leave it out. Here I have a pound of lean ground beef, and I'm going to start breaking that apart and cooking that through. I'm going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and a 1/2 teaspoon of cracked black pepper. But I already pre-mixed what I'm going to use to make the roux and the seasonings for this chili gravy. So once this is cooked well, I'm sort of going to push everything to the side to create a space. And here I have this dry mixture of dry seasoning spices and a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. I will list everything in the description below, but basically it's chili powder, ground cumin, garlic, onion powders, and chicken bouillon. Or you could use beef bouillon. I think I mixed chicken bouillon today. And I'm just going to mix that into the ground beef and cook out the flour for a minute or so. And now I'm going to add 2 cups of room temperature to cool water. I'm going to pour that in, and you want to continually mix and stir to make sure no lumps or clumps form in your gravy. And just continue to mix, combine everything. You want it to sort of come up to a simmer and thicken. But I'm going to mix this around, sort of scrape the bottom of the pan for the fond, and eventually it starts to simmer and thicken. This is when you know it's ready. Give it a taste for salt and seasoning and adjust to your preference. So I'm going to shut that off. Here I'm going to grate cheese. I have part of a block of American cheese, and this is mild cheddar. In all, you'll need somewhere like 12 to 14 ounces of shredded cheese. Okay, so this is shredded. Now to start rolling out these little cheese tacos. You definitely can add some of the sauce to the bottom of this baking dish. I'm not. I'm going for easy, so I'm just going to roll all of these up. And I'm just going to repeat the process for all of these until I fill up the baking dish. Like I said, 14 to 15 works for this recipe. Okay, so I have 14 rolled out. And now what I'm going to do is just pour over all of that Tex-Mex style chili gravy. Chile con carne is what we call it, but it's with ground beef, so it's more of like this chili, and you just pour it over the top. You'll want to preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to scrape the bottom of this pan and get every last bit of this chili gravy because it's so good. And then you'll want to spread it evenly on top as best as you can. You just want to make sure that everything's kind of topped and coated. And then whatever cheese is left, I'm just going to sprinkle it on top. I'm going to cover with foil, and I'm going to bake these in a preheated oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20-25 minutes, or until everything is melty and bubbly. And some people, when they bake this, they like to remove the foil to get a cheese crust, but I find a melty, ooey gooey enchilada in the oven just texturally tastes better. So I removed it from the oven, carefully removed the foil, and this is done. It's ready to be served. You can serve this with a side salad. You can serve this with Mexican-style rice and beans. It all works. Today, I'm just going to serve the enchiladas and top it with fresh toppings and dig in. It's as easy and simple as that. My family craves these enchiladas once a week. I make all types, but today, this is what I'm working with. It's one of my son's favorites. I like to top with fresh onion, lettuce, tomato, avocado, and salsa, and it's a meal. So I hope you give this recipe a try. I hope you like it, and thanks for watching.